Hello and welcome back to another episode of Baking with Bob, Keto edition. I would first off like to apologise that there wasn't a video last week, but due to illness and family illness, I thought it best not to publish the video last week, so we're doing it now. What are we doing? You may have seen it already from the thumbnail. I'll put another picture just here for you. Yes, it's right, we're getting ready for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, so we're making mint sauce. There's going to be a few sauces in this little mini series, and I'm going to try and keep it nice and quick and short for you. So what we need, let me grab my book. I'd like to give a shout out for this one as well. Originally the recipe was from myfoodtemplate.com, which I'll leave a link down below. But I have altered it slightly, and like he says on his website, he's played around with a lot of different vinegars and different styles to get this recipe right. For him, well, this one works better for me, and it keeps for a little bit longer. The other good thing about it is it's almost carb free. You've got 1 carbohydrate in a quarter of the whole amount, so you can be quite generous. I use it personally to put on homemade, like on a lamb shank. Or a lamb burger. You can also add it to your homemade mayonnaise and make a cool mint mayo. I might show you that in another video, but let's crack on. So everything you need is in the description down below. I'm not going to read it out because it does help keep up with the pace of the video. So let's start. So first of all, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get our full bag of mint. So you want your full bag of mint, and you're going to want to de-leaf all of the mint and pop it in to your blender. If you haven't got a blender, you can do this by hand. Make sure you chop it up nice and small. So I will come back to you as soon as all of this mint is in here. Okay, so once you've taken all your mint off the stalks and added it to your jar, or if you're doing it by hand, you've chopped it really finely, what I want you to do is I want you to add some salt. Some rock salt is best. And you're also going to want some sweetener. You don't have to add the sweetener, it is completely your choice, but I just find it just gives it that little bit extra. And I added up to a tablespoon. Now again, you can add this at the end, and this is just to give it a little bit of sweetness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half a tablespoon in first. What it also does is it helps to mush up those leaves a little bit inside the blender and help release all that lovely mint flavour. So that's gone in. Then we're going to want to add a 1/4 cup of boiling water. So I'm just going to grab that and then add that into your mint. Then what I'm also going to want you to do is blend this as is. And as you can see, we're already starting to look a bit like mint sauce. Smells divine. And then what you're going to want to do actually is leave that together like so for about at least 10 to 15 minutes. The longer you leave that, the mintier the flavour will be. So I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to come back to you in 10 minutes time. Okay, so once that's been sat for a good 10-15 minutes, just to let the hot water infuse with that lovely mint, what I want you to add next, if you like your mint sauce to be that little bit thicker than watery, I want you to add a tiny bit of Xantham Gum, like 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm literally just adding a tiny amount to that mix, and then give that a stir in. Then what you're going to want to add after that is a 1/4 cup of white vinegar, which I've got here. Now I've used this with malt vinegar, white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. This vinegar I find does taste the best for the applesauce. And if you find that your xanthan gum has not mixed in properly, you can always blend again, which is what I'm about to do now. And there we go. Now can you see that? That lovely mint sauce. I'll do it on here as well. You can see there's a lovely mint sauce. This mint sauce goes amazing with lamb burgers. Like I said, I use it for my lamb shank. I'm also planning on using this to put on the Christmas dinner table, because I know a lot of different people, they like their different sauces. Coming up in this series, I've also got applesauce coming. I've got your turkey gravy for your Christmas dinner coming, and probably some more. They were just the ones that were requested from me for now. The other good thing you can do with this mint sauce, now obviously it's so quick to make fresh there and then for your Sunday dinners, etc., or your roast meals. But if you're a little bit like me, and like I've said many times before, I like to save time, brackets, lazy. So what I would tend to do with this is grab myself an ice cube tray, which also gives you amazing portion sizes, and then just pour it in, freeze it, and then take them out on day of use. I have been known to put a frozen block on a roast dinner before, cover it in gravy and it starts to melt anyway. But yes, what you can do is you can pop it out whilst you're cooking your roast dinner, and then I just leave it in a little ramekin, and there you go, there's your mint sauce. I'm just trying to think if there's any other tips that I can give you. Not really. I think that's about it for the mint sauce. Like I said, it is an amazing mint sauce. And the longer you leave it, the more minty it gets. I mean, that's perfect for me, just as is. Like I said before, you can leave that xanthan gum out if you like, but I find it just thickens it slightly to a more of a store-bought style. And that's it. That's it for today. Thank you so much if you have tuned in. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon, and if you'd like to give recommendations or you'd like to show me your versions of the recipes I've done, or any form of communication, please hit me up on the social medias you can see along the bottom of the screen or in the comments below. And on that note, I will see you for the next sauce next time.